Hey coin collectors, Dan the Collecting Man here. Today I'm going through some pretty cool stuff from the Royal Mint that is becoming already very, very collectible. So this is the new bullion bars from the Royal Mint in the UK. This is the Norse Gods collection. This is the very, very first one of the collection, and there's a couple of different varieties that I've got, and I'm going to be getting a few more. So this one here is the silver version. Now, interesting to see the way that these 1 ounce bullion bars are packaged. So it's very different to your standard bullion bars, where it comes in this beautiful box that you get from the Royal Mint, which is pretty cool. So let's have a look at this one as the first one. I love the way they've packaged this one. So this is the silver version, 1 ounce silver, minted to 60,000. Now, I think the more collectible one is in there. We'll go through that one later, but this is pretty cool. So this is the Odin guard. Now, sorry, I'm not Norwegian, so I'm probably going to pronounce some of these things incorrectly. You can chuck it in the comments and shout at me, but I'll try and pronounce it as best as I can. So this is the first one of the series, which makes it by far the most collectible of the lot to always get the first of a series, and it already seems to be something that people are definitely chasing. Now this silver one will come out in 2 different types of packaging, so I'll be definitely getting the second one when it comes in. I'll go through that in a little bit of detail, where the second one, which I'll show up on the screen here, is going to be kind of a co-mint one, where it's the coin or the bar itself is made from the Royal Mint, but it's going to be packaged by the Germanian Mint, which I think is kind of cool. So this one here is packaged by the Royal Mint, but the second one will be packaged by the Germanian Mint, which I think will be very unique to get. So 60,000 mintage, cost me around $80 Australian to get this. So definitely a high premium when the silver price is around your $50. So you're paying definitely a high premium for a 1 ounce silver bar. So it's definitely not a cheap thing, but I think you got to look at it for more of a, not a bullion stacking aspect, but a collectible item. So especially the way it's packaged, definitely 60,000 is very high for the silver version, but this one here, this is the one you want to get. So key things to point out there also is a 10 ounce bar, which is something that I'm definitely looking at getting. I want to get the Germanian Mint version of that, the Germanian Mint co-packaging. I think for me, having a co-minted one is something that'll be, for me, a little bit more collectible than straight out of the Royal Mint. Happy to be proven wrong, but I think that'll be pretty cool. But regardless, the 10 ounce one is got about a 7,000 mintage, so it's a lot lower mintage for the 10 ounce, so it's going to be pretty unique. I think it's going to be a pretty high price, because looking at the premium just on this one alone, but it'll be definitely pretty cool to get. So a little bit about these. So this one here is the guide of war, wisdom, and magic. So that's the key attributes of this guide. He's obviously on his throne. I'll go through some of the key things, key details on here. So you've got his hair and his beard, which symbolizes wisdom over time. So just shows that he's got a lot of wisdom as a god. He's got a spear here. So as you can see here on the left is a spear, which has been made by dwarves. And the key thing is there that it can never miss its mark. So it's a special, obviously, magical spear. Down near his feet, he's got 2 wolves, 2 massive wolves. So I'm going to pronounce these wells wrong, but I think one's called Freki and the other one's called Geri. And these symbolize loyalty and readiness to defend their master. So that's pretty cool. So you can see those 2 little wolves there. And then we've got the 2 ravens up here. They symbolize, and their names are, I'm going to get this so wrong, Huginn and Muninn. I'll put the names up on the screen there. They symbolize memory, loyalty, and scouting to bring news from around the world. So that's what they symbolize. So it's pretty cool to have all these kind of little symbols within it. So you can see the 2 little ravens there, and it definitely looks pretty cool. Now I can show you also the picture that they've got on the Germanian Mint website for this. It absolutely pops. So also looking inside the packaging as well You can see it's got two little slots there for it to actually slide in as well. So to keep it from banging around inside the case as well, which is a pretty unique touch. And as you can see here, it's got a little bit more details on this one as well. So definitely pretty cool. But let's have a look at this key one, and then I've got a special extra coin here to go through. So this is the one that collectors want. Only a mintage of 500 on this one. So as you can see from a packaging point of view, it is pretty much exactly the same. There's nothing different, which is a bit of a shame. I would have thought it'd be cool to have a little bit slightly different packaging from that aspect. But as you can see here, this is the antiqued version of it. So a mintage of only 500, sold out within hours, this one. So, and definitely being the first of this series, this one is already gaining massive returns given it's only just been released. So it cost me around $92 to buy this Australian dollars, so definitely a high value. But now already sold value on eBay, you're looking at around $380 for the last sold price on eBay. And you're looking on eBay now for ones that are for sale at $440+. And I think it's only going to keep going up with such a low mintage. And I think once the collection grows over time, and you see more and more people trying to collect these, the antiqued version, which I think just adds to that kind of coolness of this, gives it that age kind of look. It's just going to add a lot more value, and this will become the one to collect. So I'm very glad that I got on the website as soon as that was released and bought this one. I wasn't prepared that there was going to be two different versions, because when they initially kind of advertised it, it just seemed like there was going to be one bar coming out. But I'm definitely glad I got that, and you can see the difference between the antiqued and the silver versions. Definitely has a kind of really beautiful look, that antiqued look. So it's something that I haven't seen the Raw Mint do before, really, is antiqued version of bars like this. Not that I'm across it anyway. So the only other shame, that a bit of disappointment on this one, is it doesn't have the mintage on here. So this just seems like a laminated card. It doesn't have, it would have been nice to have here having these individually numbered and also having the mintage on this. So obviously I know it's 500, but that's a little bit of detail that would have been really, really neat, or even like a certificate to come with it, because there's no certificate or anything that comes along with it. There's nothing to indicate the mintage on this or the individual serialized number. For 500, that's something I feel like they could have done to add that. And like I said, it just looks like a laminated card version. I've seen slightly better packaging, but it's still definitely very cool, and I do like the way they've done the branding around here. But there's no, like, it's got the Royal Mint, but they haven't got the name or what it is, like the Norse gods or something like that is kind of missing out of the packaging itself. It's just all about the Royal Mint, so that's probably a little bit of a miss from a packaging standpoint for me. But I'd love for you to chuck in the comments below and give me your feedback of what you think of these as well. But that is definitely the one to collect, and I'm definitely happy, and I'm going to keeping it in these boxes as well. I'm going to keep these super safe. So let's go through this very last one here. So this is the 2025 Britannia. I always like getting at least one for my collection. So let's see the quality. So straight away we've got the capsule's a little bit loose. So let's have a look and see if we've got any milk spots or any issues with that. So far on this side, it looks pretty good. So yeah, I think we've actually got, luckily, a good quality version of the 2025 Britannia. So I thought I'd chuck that in there and add one. I didn't want to buy it individually and pay postage separate, so I thought I'd just chuck one in there. But it's nice to always be getting a few of these 2025 Britannia. I always keep getting, I like doing year runs on these kind of coins, so that's just a nice little value add one to get as part of my little series that I have. So chuck it in the comments below. Do you know about these? Is this something you're collecting, and where do you see the value in this kind of collection from your standpoint? Is it something that you think is pretty cool? For me, absolutely love it. Glad I got it, and I'll be interested to see how often they release these, if it's going to be annual or 6 monthly kind of release that they do. But I know definitely when the next one of these antique comes out, seeing the secondary market value of these already, I'm pretty sure they're going to be sold very, very quickly. So definitely keep an eye out for those if that's something you're interested in getting, because you'll definitely by the looks of it, get some good return of that. I'm not exactly sure how many different gods there are from an aspect of a collection series, if it's 10 or 15, or I'm not sure how many there's going to be in this series. But like I said, I'm definitely going to get the 10 ounce silver version just of the first one, because I think having the first one is something that's always extra collectible for that. And I'll definitely get the other 1 ounce in the Germania mint. So make sure you do give us a thumbs up if you like the content and you like these silver bars and it's something you think is pretty cool to collect. Also, if you're not yet subscribed to Dan the Collecting Man, make sure you do. We've got a lot of cool, fun videos coming out over the next couple of months, and definitely got a good plan for 2025 as well. So make sure you subscribe to keep up to date. And as always, thanks so much for watching and joining the coin collecting community. I'll catch you in my next video. Dan.